Hello, this is Rachel with Everything Nativity, and I have another nativity to open. Surprise, surprise. I am excited about this one because it's one I have never had before. It was interesting, unique. It was wood, and there were some plastic camels with it. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm opening. It has been a few weeks since I got this box. Thus a little damage. It's been in the car, it's been in the garage. It's been hanging around, so I went ahead and just said thanks to the seller, and I'm sure it's fine, and gave a good rating, because I'm sure it is. It was shipped super, super quick. But this is the kind of set that kind of reminds me of my childhood, being at my grandparents' house, the kind of nativity that would be at their house. So, without further ado, ooh, wow. Oh, I can smell the wood. Wow. I mean, these kind of nativities aren't normally my cup of tea, but it's a refreshing change from the nativities that I've been opening and looking at and handling. This is all natural. Looks like it has a little shine to it. It's very rugged. Obviously, this is Mary. Let's put her here. This is interesting. This looks like the stuff that's in the aquarium in your, well, I guess for a pillow, but it also reminds me of what is in the filter of your aquarium. Wow, this is a lot of pieces. This was such a good deal too. I saw it and I thought, with all that stuff for that price, interesting. Now, I did know that there was one broken camel, but I think this guy has gotten broken in shipping. And it may have been my fault because this package just literally sat around for a couple of weeks. I just bought a bunch of nativities and then got really busy with other stuff. Now I'm kind of finding some time to catch up. That's disappointing, but I guess this cutie pie can face the other way. Let's put him over here. Let's see. It's obviously a wise man. It's a very light piece, so that's a sheep. I don't know if that's broken right there, if it's supposed to be like that, but I guess the beauty of a unique, hand-carved, one-of-a-kind piece is that if there is some kind of small defect, kind of hard to know. All right, so these are just interesting. I'll probably just sell these separate. Japan, get rid of them. I don't know. They're a totally different material. I think there's 3 of them, and they did say there was something wonky with one. So, oh, it's interesting. So there's metal in there. Yeah, I do think this wasn't packed that well, because that shouldn't have been like that. But let's see. Here's the third one. So 3 interesting camels of unknown, well, they're from Japan, but unknown material. But they're pretty, they're painted well. And I think they're true camels because I don't know what the name is, because I can never remember things when I'm filming. But I think that when they have 2 humps, that means they're a camel. But there's another name when they just have the 1 hump. And a lot of the camels in these nativities just have the 1 hump. But that's interesting. This damage was noted. So on that leg. So we'll just set those aside and continue on. See, this right here, that shouldn't be happening. These pieces should have been individually wrapped. But it is what it is. Okay, so this camel is in great shape. He's got a lot of shine to him. I think these are little nails or little brads that are holding these doodads on. I don't even know what that is, what it's supposed to be, but it's interesting. They're cool. And again, it just seems like something my grandparents would have in their house from going to Israel or something, or their friends going and bringing something back. And baby Jesus There's a lot of cross hatching for detail. Just wonder how someone can even envision taking a block of wood and then just turning it into something, because I don't know, it would be the size of a pea when I was done trying to get it the way I wanted it. All right, a cow? No, a donkey. So is there a cow? Okay, now this I didn't know, if you have any idea. Is that a sheep? Is that a baby sheep? I don't even know. It's just an interesting animal. Very primitive, I would say, on these carvings, except the camels. Oh, here's a cow. No, I just picked that up. Here's a cow. Okay, so we've got a cow and a donkey. Look at the eyes, they're just kind of slits. It's interesting. It'll be cool to see it all set up together. These pieces on the parts on the bottom seem really flat, like they were made with maybe a power tool. And then the rest was carved. I have no idea. I wonder where this was made. In Peru? In Africa? I have no idea. Maybe the wood, there's something gross on that, but it's like seems like it could even be something that seeped out of the wood. Looks like an amber resin type thing. So the quintessential shepherd with the lamb around his neck, because people like to tell the story in church that the shepherd would break the lamb's leg, put it around his neck, and teach it to be obedient, which I love church and I go, but I read that that's kind of a bogus thing, that nobody would purposely break a sheep's leg. And I can't imagine, with all that they have to do with climbing over rocks and being out in the hot sun and dealing with all their robes and their flocks, that they would intentionally damage a sheep just to keep it around their neck. And I would imagine that any shepherd back in biblical times would have a lot of sheep, not just like 3 or 4, so they would bother with trying to train one so much. I guess this is a wise men. There's more of that like resin stuff. Interesting. And right here, I wish I knew what kind of wood this was. It's kind of light, but not too light. Doesn't feel like pine. It's not that light. It's kind of, at first glance to me, and I'm probably going to say the wrong one, but it looks like a Buddha or something you would see in, I want to say Thailand. Just at first glance, just the way it's shaped when I look at it. But uh-oh. There's a little piece to one of the camels. This camel's got a lot more. Oh, I guess, you know what? I guess this is their leads. I've seen this before. The older nativity sets from my childhood. Interesting. Okay, so let's see how this goes together. Oh, I get it now. The reason they have these little holes is so they can hook on to the next one. All right, let's see. How interesting. This seller said, I'm just trying to get rid of some junk. I'll probably donate this. This stuff was like given to me or left with me. If it doesn't sell, I'll probably donate it next week. And I was like, I want it. Okay, so that's how that goes. Interesting. So we're missing one of these little bells on this guy, but I guess I can move one on the other side. I don't know, this just kind of tickles me a little bit. I think even like 5 years ago, I would not have been happy with this set. I would just think it was like weird and yuck. But I guess I have a more open mind nowadays. So 3 wise men. I'm starting to like different things. I used to love like Victorian style houses and things like that. Now I'm starting to love contemporaries just in the last few years. I mean, that's a major shift right there. So I guess it's not that unusual that I'm starting to appreciate some different types of nativities. I mean, I don't love this. It doesn't warm my heart. Like, And then of course these three guys, we'll just take these out of the picture. He just included them. The cow is pretty, but the cow looks like it's in pain with the way its eyes are, like the slits. Kind of like a sad little cow. I don't know. I appreciate the handmade beauty of this, because I know this is completely out of my wheelhouse to make something like this. But yeah, let's try setting it up. I guess just in the right location with the right look would look really cool. Well, this poor camel needs a crutch. Okay. How many pieces is this? I don't even know if we can count this as a piece though. Well, I guess so. I mean, it kind of looks like a possum. No, I think I'm being too harsh on these pieces. All right, so we'll set that one aside. Okay, let's count. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That is a 15 piece hand carved. I mean, come on, if this is not hand carved, not to be harsh, but they need to fix their machine. So I would imagine it's hand carved. I wonder if it's from somewhere like Israel or Petra or Jordan. But I went to Jordan once and they carved stone there, and they carved a little donkey. I think I still have it. No, I might have given it away. So I got like a donkey and a camel. And this was before I was even interested in nativities. I just thought it was neat. And then they had carved in the belly, they had carved like it looked like a cage that you could see through. And then there was another elephant and another donkey inside each of them. And I thought that was pretty cool. But I do see the olive wood nativity ornaments from Israel. So who knows? Who knows where in the world this is from? If you have any idea, I would love to hear about it in the comments. I mean, I don't know if when you post, I'll still even have this set, but this is fun opening. It's fun. It's interesting. And if you know anything about these guys, they kind of seem like something that went with a children's play set. They're kind of heavy, like they would be part of a bunch of zoo animals. Like maybe somebody just got a couple extra because they felt like they needed them for this set. They just got thrown in. But definitely don't go. This, though, does go with the set. Well, that's cool. That's better. Just pull the little cow out. You can see him better. Wow. That's not half bad. That's a cute little set. I like it. I still can't get over this little guy right here. But, but that's a pretty baby Jesus. I mean, even if you just had the baby Jesus by itself, that's pretty. You can't go wrong with that. Wow, what a cute trip down nostalgia lane. Well, I'm Rachel with Everything Nativity, and thanks for watching.